Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's a bit late this week. Let's get into round 19. In this video I'm going to go through both some of the team list changes, those are just the necessary ones, and then look at my team and how I went last week and where we're going to go with my last trade to finish off the year. So first game of the round, Rabbitohs and Bulldogs. Not too much to talk about in this one. Very much the same with the Bunnies and no one really to talk about on the dog side of things. Moving along to the Cowboys and the Panthers. Hamiso still keeps his spot for those that need an extra player. I know there's a few out this week, so that could be a bit frustrating. But Panthers side, everyone's still playing except for Appy Carousel, obviously with the concussion on the weekend. He is not playing. He is out there. So, and only one other to think about with the Cowboys was that Tamalolo might be a chance coming back into the squad. That is all with that game. Moving on to the Eels and the Broncos. Biggest one for this one here is Payne Haas is out. And there's a chance that he might be out for both weeks. He has left the bubble to see his family. So, but to be fair, if you have him in your squad and you're only having 17 players this week, or even if you have 17 but one of them's like a Hamiso in the reserves or something like that, I'd definitely use my last trade this week to make sure you get those points. Yeah, so a straight swap to someone like McInnes, for example, which is the trade I'm going to be making this week, would be a good idea. On the Eels side of things, no real changes there. In the Manly Titans game, again, not too much with this one, especially with most teams. Fogarty's still killing it. Cherry Evans is smashing it as well. Brimson's still a bit low since I brought him in, especially a couple of weeks there of just sort of 30 and below. Mo Fortawake is still playing. Peachy's still in the 13 role, so nothing crazy there. Jairo on the bench. Moving along, Storm Tigers. Pappenhausen's still out for Nico Hines, so if you have him, and that's annoying, but Nico Hines is on there. He's played a few games since Pap's been off resting or being injured. Dewey goes back to number 1 role with Mbai out. Other than that, nothing really to speak about there. Big Tino on the bench, that's about it. With the Roosters and the Sharks, Teddy is out this week to add to the list. And that is about all with this game. With Crichton still playing off the bench, scoring well there, but not enough to bring into your side. And the next one, Raiders and the Warriors. Yeah, nothing really to talk about there. Warriors are really down to the last few players, but for those that we need, the Toe Harris and Tavanga are still in there playing. Nothing really to talk about on the Raiders side, except for the fact that Starling will be in the 14 role this week. And nice Dragons, Kalaponga comes back. Chris Randall comes into the 9 jersey for Kurt Mann, who has been suspended for the week. So those that have Randall will see a little bit of a bump in his scores. Should be getting 50 to 60 minutes with Crossland coming off the bench there to cover. As I say, guys, if you got someone like Payne Haas, then I'd suggest a McInnes, bringing him in would be the perfect change there. Benny Hunt should play 80 minutes this week, with Britain being bumped off the interchange for Tarek Sims. So that's all with the teams, guys. Let's head to my team and how I went. So unfortunately lost another about 150 ranks to end up at 1,205. Not as good a week this week, 891 being my total score. Benny Hunt at 44 with that time off again. Nothing, I've expected that since he's been getting less minutes, he's isn't going to score as well, but he's didn't get the attacking stats this week, and 4 missed tackles and a couple of errors, and just not kicking like he was. He's getting 300 a week, down to 150, and now under 100 the last 2. So hopefully a bit of improvement this week, but again, not expecting it. Payne Haas did really well as captain, and now he is out, so we have to find a new captain. As I said, it's going to be McInnes. Pat carrying 55. Tavanga 43 was annoying. Didn't play the minutes we'd hoped. Down to 47 minutes, but almost a point a minute. Did what he needed to, but a couple of errors there. A couple of penalties really killed his score. Hopefully we'll score well these last couple of rounds. Madison at 56. Trebojevic at 48. So Trob's just fallen off a cliff a little bit. Also with Manly not playing as well, that's actually hampered him a little bit. especially in these last few. Maybe getting tired. Maybe he's carrying a few injuries, not running the ball that much. So Madison 56, nothing to complain there. Cleary just killing it again, 87. He's another good captaincy option, and Luai. So that was a really good game for me in a otherwise not so great week. Luai just absolutely killing it. Up to 612k now. So if you held him from the start, he gained you a nice 360k and averaged 43 with a 3-round average of 57. So awesome work for Jerome there. Lomax has really come back to earth the last 3 weeks. A couple of 30s and a 9. So just didn't really get involved on the weekend, and that really hurt my squad. But again, I'm going to have to hold him for the last bit anyway. Crichton at 31 just is exactly what I've been expecting. I actually took that. I was fairly happy with 31 with how he's been going. Tedesco 47 did his job. Really, that's all you can hope after a couple of hundreds. Brimson at 41. That's sort of the minimum I'm hoping from him. Bring him in there, but again, he's not really doing much. Last 2 weeks, no attacking stats. Only 4 tackle busts the last 2. But lucky he's got 2 try saves last week, which is awesome. So helps him out there. Who else we got there? Hamiso at 17. Ugh. Definitely not what I want. Anyway, have to deal with it. Pearce at 52. Happy with that. Fodawaker at 58. Bailey Serin at 51 was awesome. And then Isaiah Yeo 43. Spent too much time on the bench, unfortunately. 56 minutes and 48 the last 2. So I think that's his version of still getting his game time, but then just getting a good rest in the game. So with them leading the comp, that's, I'd say, their way of giving him a rest. He'll play more minutes in the final series. And then I had Randall at 17 with Ponga and Pappy, as did not play. He's in the emergency. So there you go. As I said, looking forward to next week. Payne Haas comes out. I've moved Fodawaker from the bench up to front row. I've got McInnes there, so I'll move McInnes into the hooking role, and I'm going to throw him as captain this week. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to play Hamiso again with Pappy out, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah, that's the story. So I think Randall playing one of the later games, I'm going to put him into the interchange and play one of the guys that are earlier in the rounds. Someone like a Sirinen with a goal to have him at number 5. See how he goes. If he goes well, then I can move Teddy, Pappy, or O'Donnell up into that position and use him as a loop. But yeah, that's where the team's at the moment. Still, I think a good chance of getting under 1,000. Getting a full side on the park this week, having 18 with a chance of looping. Just need a few guys to step up. A few of them are falling off a cliff the last few weeks after they did really well for me for a while. But that's the story, guys. If you've got any other trades, let me know what you're doing in the comments. And I hope you've been enjoying the videos. We've got 2 rounds left. Good luck, everyone.